Okay, Humphrey's treasure hunt trouble. We're going to read chapter 3, but let's talk about what happened in chapter 2. Remember, somebody came in and Humphrey couldn't tell who it was and took the treasure chest. And so he tried to find something to put in its, remember right there? See the hand? And then he tried to find something to put in its place. He got out of his cage because he has the lock that doesn't lock. And then he was looking at the desk. And then he found a coin, but it was really a chocolate coin. And he hid that. Okay, the hunt is on. Garth and his dad carried my cage and Og's tank outside. They put us on a table under a large umbrella. AJ, could you come help me frost the cake? Garth's mom asked. You can lick the spoon. You bet, AJ replied. Once he was gone, Garth said, we have to put the clues out before he comes back. Og and I watched as Garth and his dad put the little squares of paper around the yard. Here's the picture. So there they are under the umbrella, and there they are putting the clues around. Okay. They put them in odd places like a watering can and a little red wagon. Hurry, Dad, Garth said. Suddenly I heard happy voices. My friends from room 26 had arrived. Oh, Humphrey, I'm so glad you're here. That was the voice of Miranda Golden. I think of her as Golden Miranda because her hair is as golden as my fur. Hi, Humphrey. Hi, Og, a giggly voice said. That had to be Stop Giggling Gale. It was hard for her to stop giggling once she got started. Hi, 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 I answered. Once everyone had arrived, Garth's mom called the guests over to start a funny race. First, each of my friends stood in a sack. Then they had to hold onto the sack while they hopped to the finish. Sack races. Okay. I wished Og could have tried that game. He's great at hopping. But Gail and her friend Heidi, Hopper, were good at hopping too. They won the race. Next, my friends split into pairs. Garth's parents tied one kid's right leg to the other kid's left leg. Then they had to work together to run to the finish line. It was funny to see them try to run like that. Seth and Tabitha won. They are good friends who are both good at sports. That might be them right there. I don't know. There were other games too, but it was hard for me to enjoy them. All I could think about was the stolen treasure chest. Finally, Garth announced that the hunt would begin. There's real treasure for the first person who finds it, he explained. That was true. It just wasn't the treasure Garth had planned on. Garth read the first clue. Everyone knows you must water a flower. Tip me over, I'll give it a shower. My friends raced off in different directions. Og, I saw him put the clue in the watering can, I squeaked. That must be it. I was right. Mandy, Richie, and Seth all raced to the watering can at the same time. Mandy reached in and pulled out the next clue. So there he is reading it, and there they are by the watering can. Okay, she's going to read the clue. The sun is hot, as you will see. You'll be cooler under me. Everyone squealed with excitement and raced to the umbrella over my table. AJ had to stand on a chair to reach the next clue. He read it out loud. You'll find that you will never frown if you ride me up and down. It took a little longer for my friends to figure out that riddle, but I got it quickly. The swing, I squeaked. They didn't understand me right away, but soon they all raced to the swing in the back of the yard, because it goes like that, like a smile. There he is reading the clue. Tabitha grabbed the clue first and read it. If going places is your goal, use me, for I am ready to roll. There she is reading it. Okay. It's the car, AJ shouted. Some of the kids raced toward the driveway, but Heidi and Gail ran toward a little red wagon. That's it, I shouted. Boing, boing, Og agreed. Heidi reached into the wagon and pulled out the next clue. she read, "A tisket, a tasket, the last clues in a basket." I guess I wasn't paying attention when Garth and his dad hid that clue. I looked out at the yard. I was confused. So were my friends. AJ and Richie ran toward a large plant in a basket. They looked under all the branches but didn't find a clue. Miranda hurried to Garth's bicycle. It had a wire basket on the front, but it was empty. Seth and Tabitha ran to a basket of fruit on the food table. They searched and searched, but there was no clue. My friends all stopped and looked around the yard again. Then Art spotted a tiny basket hanging from a low tree branch. He reached inside and found the clue. "I got it!" he yelled. There it is. Then he read it. "You'll find the treasure, do not worry. Look for something cute and furry." My heart went thump, thump, thump. This time I was the clue. At first my friends just stood there. I could tell they were thinking hard. AJ picked up Andy's teddy bear from a chair. He looked and looked, but there was no treasure. "Cute and furry," I heard Miranda whisper to Saya. Suddenly Saya's face lit up. I call her "Speak Up, Saya," because she's so quiet in class. But this time her voice was loud and clear as she said, "Humphrey!" Saya and Miranda raced to my cage. While Miranda looked on the outside of the cage, Saya opened the door and reached inside. "Humphrey, do you mind if I look in your cage?" she asked. "Help yourself," I said. Here they all are. Okay. She gently poked around in the bedding. "I found the treasure," she called as she held up the candy coin. Garth rushed to her side, looking very, very, very confused. "That's not the treasure," he said. There he is, looking confused. Huh. Garth reached into the cage and poked around some more. Then he turned to face his friends. "The real treasure is missing," he said. "This is a fake treasure." Saya looked confused. Garth looked upset. I was confused and upset. Most of all, I was sorry that everybody was so disappointed. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, the next chapter is called Mystery Solved.